Mama keep the pots and pans in the kitchen. Mama keep the pots and pans in the kitchen. I'll be banging on the pans in the kitchen.
Hello and welcome to Swag Chef. We decided to make these videos. We're going to do a collection of them for basically because YouTube has terrible videos about how to cook stuff. And it's just a disgrace. So we decided to go ahead and make a video about us cooking some pork loin, and we're going to make a marinade with that. And we'll show you how to make the marinade. We'll have a recipe down below in the description so you can do it yourself. And that way you can make it and have a wonderful meal and surprise your family, girlfriend, yourself, whoever you're cooking for. I'm Randy, this is Dijon, and we're going to be cooking for you today. Alright, so here we are going to make the marinade. We're going to start with some Dijon mustard. Like I said, there will be a recipe below in the description for all the exact measurements and whatnot. So you can get some Dijon mustard. We're going to go ahead and add some honey barbecue sauce. You can add whatever kind of barbecue sauce you want, sweet, mild, whatever. I like the honey, it gives you a little bit more kick. Go ahead. Well. Then you're going to want to add some Worcestershire sauce. Not too much, it will be overpowering if you add too much. Then you want to add some garlic sauce, or garlic powder, more or less. Your salt, because where are you without salt and pepper? And of course your pepper. And then I add a little bit of Old Bay, because it adds just a little bit more kick. It really brings the flavoring together. So then, take and mix it. Mix it nice and well. You want to get all those spices and ingredients mixed together so you get one nice taste.
I do it. I do it.
So then, you want to take another spoon so you can taste it. Make sure that all the flavors are good, nothing's overpowering. And yeah, it's all good. So, next you want to take your pork loin. I already made some before. Just going to add some more to it. And we're just going to mix it all in. Basically just let it sit on top there. Make sure it's on there. What I did earlier was I took a spoon, or you can take a brush if you need to. And you can put more sauce on. Get it in there, make sure it's the meat soaking up. Then usually what I do is I cover it, put it in the fridge. Let it sit for at least half an hour, 2 hours, overnight if you want. Depends on how long you have to make this. And then basically you take this, you're going to cover it, which will get some saran wrap. So then you're just going to take it, you're going to put it in the fridge, and you're going to let it sit half an hour, overnight. I personally like mine to sit for at least an hour or longer. Really lets it marinate and soak up the flavors. And then next we're going to move on to cutting up mushrooms and the rest of our stuff for our sauce. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and cut up the mushrooms. You want to wash them first, obviously. You want to get up all that little gunk and stuff. Be careful not to put too much water on the mushrooms. Mushrooms do tend to soak up water. And basically if you end up saturating them with water at all, you will end up just ruining your dish, because the water is going to come out when you cook them. And the dish just gets all watery, it doesn't taste good, it's very bad. So you want to try to get them through as quickly as possible. Alright, so you're going to pat them dry. Make sure they get somewhat dry, make sure they're not just soaking. Alright, then if you notice I took off the little cap, or the stem. The reason is because the stem can turn, like if you overcook it at all, it becomes really bad, doesn't have a taste, ruins the dish. So usually you want to take those off, get rid of them. Then you want to take your chef knife, you're just going to slice these. You can slice them as thin or as thick as you want. That's usually how thick I do mine. You want to try to get the same so they cook evenly. Then, or if you're a person with a bigger mouth or just like bigger mushrooms, you can of course just do a little 4 slice like that. Either way, whatever you prefer. I like the slices, I think it cooks them a little faster, it gets them more evenly cooked, but it's up to you. Alright, so now we're going to finish up. We got the mushrooms already chopped up. We're going to go ahead and cut up a shallot. And some garlic to help bring the flavorings together. So you're going to want to go ahead and just do some slices in. And you're just gonna, whoop, just gonna cut. And you're gonna take that little end and throw it away, give it to charity, do something with it. I don't really care. Alright, you're gonna want to just basically mince this up. I'm gonna get it as small as you can. You can even make it a paste if you want. It's really up to you. It all depends on how small you like your garlic. You like it in bigger pieces.
What'd you expect? Consistent and graceful, I am so grateful for my problems. Got 'em grateful, I just leave 'em at the table. I'm ordinary.
Right there, that's a fine consistency for me. But, so that's basically all I do. Then I'm just going to take, scoop it up. Just going to put it over here. Gonna wipe down my blade here, because garlic will make your knife sticky. It's annoying, it's a pain, but it happens. Then, you're going to take your shallot, and again, you're just going to go ahead and cut across like this. Then you're going to take and run your blade a little bit up, cut into it. You go a little higher. That's probably about all you're going to be able to do. I'm just going to cut this. You'll have a nice consistency. Oh, I'm going to cut far enough down. It's my own fault. So that will be basically a good rough chop. You can do a little finer if you want. It's all up to you again. And that's usually good enough for me. We're just going to be like cooking and browning them, and they're going to get strained out later. So, I mean, you're not really going to be eating these at all. So, I wouldn't worry too much. Going to add them to your bowl.
Your skeleton forgot to bring.
Next, we're going to be going ahead and cooking our meat that we've marinated for an hour. It's a pretty good time. So, you're going to go ahead and grab that out of the fridge right here. And at the same time, we have water going for our pasta that we're going to be doing. I'm just going to do some store-bought pasta. If you want to make homemade pasta, go ahead. I can go ahead and put a recipe down there for you, so if you want to do that. If you want to see that, let us know. We can do some homemade pasta for you. And then I'm going to leave it over to Adrian to go ahead and cook up our meat.
Yo, Adrian!
Right now I'm going to heat up the pan with oil. Right now I'm going to let it sit for a few seconds, let it get really hot. Yep. Next, I'm going to take these corks and slowly get that little sizzle. Be careful because it will pop at you. And we've got to brown each side for 5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah, you don't be afraid to just let it sit there and cook. Like a lot of people will want to touch the meat, keep moving the meat, and it's just going to up your cook time, and you're going to ruin that nice sear you're going to get. Make sure they're not like too close together and sticking together, but you don't need to continuously move them, mess with them. They will just cook like that fine. Here, like if you want to go ahead and like you can move the oil around a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and turn these down a little bit. But just a little bit. Yeah, water's not boiling yet. So go ahead and pump our water too, a little higher. I know you've probably heard this a million times, but like put salt in your water. Like it actually makes it boil faster. It's a scientific thing. Like it's not just put salt in it. Like it actually does make a difference. Like if you find that your water's not boiling, put more salt in it because it disperses the water and it gives it, like it will lower its boiling point basically and cause it to boil faster and get a better boil. And then, alright, let me go ahead and cut these up. We waited just a little bit too long. That'll be fine. I think you turn down the temperature a little more. No problem. You can only add a little bit more oil too. It will. Go ahead and do that. I find that using one of these bottles is really helpful with oil. Like it's better control, easier. And then you're basically just going to be sitting here letting them cook through. We're going to go ahead and turn on this little front pan here. And our water's close enough to a boil, so we're going to add in our pasta. Turn up a little bit more because we just added in stuff that's going to lower it. And go ahead and grab our spoon. Turn it around. And let the pasta cook. Alright, looking good. Okay. You see, it's looking a lot better on that side. You always want to make sure your heat is at a good temperature. Don't want to be cooking too high, otherwise you'll just burn the pan and you'll ruin the chance to even make a sauce. But yeah, like you're cooking. Like there's not really much else to do. Yeah, it will pop at you, so be careful. Go ahead and put a little oil on this one. Let oil hot. We'll go ahead and careful that. And take out the meat. In case anyone doesn't know, you can always temp it or cut it open to make sure it's good. Let's put this over here to sit and reserve.